Where you going, big boy? Salud, Charlie. He likes to be out here in the morning with me. It is 5 a.m. Peace and blessings. Peace. Welcome back to 357 Gardening. I'm Anquisha. I'm in Zone 9B, Arizona, the hottest place in the planet. I'm gonna do a July garden tour. I'm still gardening in the summer. I'm still gardening in the summer heat. AZ gets really hot. It gets so hot, some gardeners prefer not to garden for summertime here because it can be a challenge. If you don't have shade, it can definitely be a problem and very challenging. Once summertime gets here, we are always 100 degrees. Right now, we're still getting probably like some 80s in the early morning or like after midnight maybe, but for the most part it's usually like 90 or 100 at nighttime, and it's crazy because the sun will be far away and it still feels like it's still out. It is almost 5:30 here, so I'm just like, let me hurry up and get out here and do this garden tour. There is so many changes happening here. I'm so excited to share. I have a container gardener. It's my 5th year, and this year is gonna be the best year for me, especially after the summer heat passes. I am so excited to share with y'all. Soil is gonna be popping. I got gifts from my soil friends. Father Yahuwah is making a way for little old Anquisha. I am watering right now. It's really early. It's perfect time for me to water. My garden was very dry, although we did just get a little bit of rain, but I'm a container gardener, so my garden dries out faster than other gardens. So the water is gonna be running. You might see me water the garden that I have right here on my little deck that I set up. And let's get into the video. If you are still here with me, thank you so much. Give me a like, subscribe, share the video with a friend or family member to encourage them. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified when I'm uploading more videos. Okay, so Mr. Charlie is well. He is chilling, and we're gonna start the garden tour. This is what I keep covered in shade, and this area of my garden gets shade a lot sooner than that area does. So I'm going to start off over here. These are the Armenian cucumbers. They're climbing, they're giving lots of male flowers. I don't see any female flowers yet. I don't have any Armenian cucumbers. Oops, I just tore a piece of the leaf off. I don't have any Armenian cucumbers yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get tons. What I did was I sowed my Armenian cucumbers in this planter here. The soil in there is amazing. That soil has been in this planter for 2 years, maybe longer. And I said, you know what? Instead of me trying to, put the Armenians in like a bigger grow bag or the rope handle tub, I said I'm gonna experiment with my planter here, because one thing I love about this planter is it's a self-watering planter, easy to move around. It was gifted to me from a dear friend, a dear couple, and I've had it ever since. So I love that the Armenian cucumbers are starting to climb the trellis. That green bluish trellis does come attached to this planter here. I will leave the link in the description. You can find this on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's on Temu or any other like marketplaces, like virtual marketplaces, but I did find it on Amazon. And once I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the same one. It took me a while to find it because it was gifted to me. I didn't purchase it. So, but all these Armenians are climbing the bamboo stakes that I put in there, and also climbing the back of that trellis. So what I'm hoping for is, once my Armenians take over, I'm hoping that they will shade these peppers for me. I believe this is a, what are you? I think it's a lunchbox pepper, because I didn't label it. I think it's a lunchbox pepper though. It is a pepper plant. So I'm hoping like once the Armenians get taller, they'll provide shade for that pepper. I did lose, I had Thaumatheo in here, but it didn't make it, and I believe this Thaumatheo is still trying to hold on back there. So there is, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 Armenian cucumbers in this self-watering planter. Super excited for that because I never get to have lots of cucumbers in my garden. I am still putting out my seedlings late. And Arizona is really not like other places. We don't deal with snow, and we don't really get below 0 or get super, super cold temperatures. I just have to put my stuff out early and stop being scared. So everything on this deck, soil friends, I started everything on this deck except for the Gerbera daisies. Everything else was started from seed. Most of my garden is started from seed. So yeah. This is the mango that I germinated this year, y'all, using the paper towel method. That is a mango seed. This mango seed was germinated in April, brought outdoors in April, and this is the growth. I loved watching this take off. It started off with like these purple purple leaves, sorry. The leaves were like a purple, deep burgundy color before they turned green. I'm gonna leave it in here, and once it gets a little bigger, then I'll move it into a bigger home. I have some lunchbox peppers up here, and I have been harvesting tons and tons of the lunchbox peppers. I've also been harvesting tons and tons of the Rezha Macedonian pepper. I'm gonna take these marigolds out. But these 2 plants in here were started from seed. I started most of these peppers, gosh, because I overwintered them. So my peppers were actually started last summer, except for this jalapeno. That's a brand new one, and that's not from seed. But all my peppers were started from seed. The older ones in the garden were started last summer. And then I overwintered them, and I kept them in my greenhouse really long before bringing them out. But these Rezha Macedonian peppers, oh my gosh, y'all, they're so delicious when they're green. They're kind of like a spicy, mild. It's not too hot when they're green, but when you let them turn red, good luck. Okay, so that's the 2 Rezha Macedonian peppers. Look, it's just hanging. These jalapenos, this is a pepper plant that I got from the local market right across the road. I didn't even know that they were selling plants. And I just picked it up because I didn't have any jalapenos. This jalapeno was put in my garden on, what does that say? 4/25. So 4/25 is when I put this baby in here, and I did top it. I topped it and it just took off really well. I don't have any peppers yet, but I do love how it just kind of gave me like a bushy jalapeno plant. This is a lunchbox pepper that I started from seed, and this one is in here in this grow bag by itself. So that's a lunchbox pepper. Nothing's on there yet. I am harvesting from this. This is banana peppers. I have been harvesting banana peppers. There's a few on there. That's another banana pepper. And then these are my 2 bell peppers that don't have any fruits. But bell peppers, I don't think they like the heat too much. I think they prefer a cooler weather, but that's just my opinion. Okay, moving along. So those are all the peppers I have, in the mango and the cucumbers. And then here is some green beans and cherry tomatoes and marigold flowers. Last year I had tons and tons of cherry tomatoes. I had grew like the husky red, and I had so many of them. This year I don't have like that big fruit production I was hoping for, but these are a different variety tomatoes. These are the Sun Gold cherry tomato. I'm getting them to produce still, and they're seeming to, you know, take over the wire mesh that I put in, but they're not full like my husky red cherry tomatoes were. Who knows, maybe I didn't give them enough fertilizer. I don't know. I'm gonna look into the Sun Golds and see if they were supposed to give me more, or if this was normal. But I've been harvesting a little bit of the Sun Golds and adding them to pasta. The beans are not really doing much, y'all. I did not get beans. They're just like, I think they stuck in the heat. Even these should be bigger. Look, they're dying. So I didn't get any green beans for summer. I guess it's too hot. What I am able to grow, y'all, I'm still very, very, very grateful. And I have lots of basil in the garden. Is there anything that I missed over here? What's weird is it seems like it's burning, but then it's giving new growth for these green beans. I'm gonna leave them and see, because I don't want to pull anything up too early, because I did that with my zucchini. I sowed some pumpkins in these cups. So that is what's growing or germinating. I'm waiting for them to germinate. Only one has germinated so far, which is that Halloween blend. And then I also sowed the triple treat blend, but I don't see anything happening with those yet. So again, lots of basil in the garden. I've been harvesting lots and lots of basil, making pesto, adding the basil to pastas and other dishes that I make. It's really, really good with pasta. I thought it would be like a overpowering, I thought it would take over the food, you know? But no, it's like it just fits right in with pasta. It's meant to be. It goes well with tomatoes and pasta. I did lose my mint. It is gone. My sweet mint is gone. I do have some stored indoors that I'm keeping for tea. The peppermint is gone. I lost these 2 peppers because I was overwatering them. And then I have a couple of tomatoes in the garden, but I have to move this one in the sun, in the shade more. I'm gonna make sure to tidy this area up so I can push that grow bag further in when I have the shade over it, because that tomato is not liking the heat. And I believe these are these Ace 55 tomatoes? can't remember if these were the Ace 55s or San Marzanos that I had put, but kind of bummed that I don't have tomatoes all in the garden, but I have some that I'm starting indoors. I started some Romas indoors. Oh, before I forget, y'all, I didn't even tell y'all what was next to the pumpkins. This is that purple Petra basil. And then I have a volunteer tomato plant. Now this looks like it's gonna be some kind of dwarf tomato. I hope it's a Roma or something, because it's very short and it's given like a bushy dwarf variety. So that's a volunteer. And then that other volunteer tomato I had growing with my basil, I took it out. So over here, not much to see. I'm working on my flower bed. I pulled up all the sunflowers. Oh my gosh, soil friends, I got to harvest lots of sunflower seeds. That was super fun. I don't have the mammoth sunflowers anymore, but I'm thinking maybe today or this weekend I can sow more marigolds down there. They like the heat, and maybe some of the shorter evening mix sunflowers I can put down there. I did move this daisy plant into this raised bed right here. And look, I have Mexican sunflowers. Those are Mexican sunflowers. I'm so excited. And then these are the black-eyed Susan daisies. I'm letting these go to seed. Again, I'm not getting any green beans. These are more green beans that I sowed. I believe that's like the... Oh, that eggplant didn't come out. That's an old label. I think these are my 3-color blend, or the burgundy green beans. Yeah, I think these are the burgundy, but nothing's happening. I think it's too hot. Arizona's too hot. This is my one eggplant. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any. But I'll let y'all take a look at this baby. I do have some eggplant flowers starting to come, but some of them, look at that, it just burned in the heat. And look at this stake right here. That's a sunflower stake. That's from one of my mammoth sunflowers. I'm using it to support the eggplant. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any. This is my first time sowing eggplant. I have been feeding it fertilizer, watering it. It seems to be doing okay in the heat, but I don't know if I'm getting any eggplants. I don't know. Some catnip down there. Seems to be burning up in the sun. And then over here, we're almost done. This is the section that loves the sun. That's why everything is over here and not over there under shade. So I have that moringa tree that I got last fall. The only thing I noticed with this moringa, I'm sorry, this is not a moringa, that's a moringa. This is hibiscus. This is the one that I don't drink. The non-edible hibiscus that I picked up from a swap meet. What I noticed is that if it's really dry, the leaves will kind of, you know, go to sleep a little bit until they get some hydration. But they're still giving me flowers. These branches seem to be getting covered with more leaves. Every day I come out, it seems like they're more full with more green leaf foliage. But they love the sun. And I use some of those mammoth sunflower leaves, the dry ones, to kind of mulch up the soil. But yeah, I'm trying to beat the sun, soil friends, so let's move along. These are sugar baby watermelons that I have growing in like this long 10-gallon grow bag. These were started from seed on 6-3, the sugar baby watermelon. This moringa cutting was gifted to me. It was before we got our cold winter months. Yeah, because I had it in the greenhouse. And so only one of the cuttings survived. And I had 3, but only 1 survived. My okra patch right here. I sowed some green okra. These were sowed recently. The burgundy okra was sowed. Where's the label for you? Gosh, and Quisha. Okay, the burgundy okra was sowed before those. There's 2 plants in here. I'm gonna give these 2 plants some of my homemade compost today. So 2 burgundy okras, and then those are the green. So this is how they look a little closer. I love that color. Can't wait to see burgundy okra. I can't wait to eat it. I have cantaloupe here in this 20-gallon grow bag. This is cantaloupe. 2 cantaloupe plants. And I did have green beans in here as well. I'm gonna leave this green bean plant in here. Is that a green bean? Oh, it is. You're just hiding from me. Thank you. You got another one or 2 or 3? I'm gonna leave you alone because I thought you weren't gonna give me any. I pulled the other green bean out that was next to it. I just have this one left in here. And look, a nice green bean. That's cool. All right. So my greenhouse is covered. It's covered in watermelon leaves. I do have, let's see. If y'all can see it. There is one that I'm covering up in this bag that I pollinated. Yesterday, I was over here giving it fertilizer. I gave it some of the 10-10-10, the granulated fertilizer, and took some of those leaves that were right here out so I could see the ground. These watermelons are sowed in the ground. So I do love how they're taking over my greenhouse. So I'm just hoping that we can get us some melons from all this. That's why I covered that one to try to save it until it gets a little bigger, and then I'll remove the bag. So back here, I never really let people see, but this is where I keep organic material. My compost is open because I'm gonna feed my okra. And I'm also gonna water the compost a little bit because I did throw in some kitchen scraps. But that is my garden. That is the garden tour for July. It's me again. I hope you enjoyed the tour with me. There is a plane not letting me be great. I did not wear my little mini microphone to reduce the noise. I'm starting not to care about all that stuff, honestly. I just want to inspire everybody to garden. I just want to do that. So I want people to see, I want people to get a real experience when they are visiting 357 Gardening. I want you to hear the nature behind me. I don't want to tune all that out. I want you to hear it. Because when we're out here, you hear those birds, the planes will fly over and the birds are chirping, you know, everything's waking up. So why not hear that? It's such a beautiful, beautiful sound. Nature is so beautiful. So that's going to complete my garden tour for July. I am going to be out here working so hard to prepare for fall. I am super excited to get some of these fall seeds planted in August. That's when I'm going to do all my fall planting. I'm going to do all my fall planting in August. And what else did I want to talk about? I'm just excited. I'm excited for the garden this year. Summertime is not my favorite season, but if I'm able to grow food for summer, even if it's a little bit, that makes me really happy because we get to eat some food. My goals is to grow a lot of food so that I can share with my family, with my partner's family and my family. And honestly, the goal is to just be able to get lots of food out of the garden to give to people without charging. But yeah, that's about it, soil friends. I'm gonna fertilize Monday. I'm fertilizing every 2 weeks. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this garden tour with me. I hope that you are inspired to garden. It doesn't matter how much space you have or what your living conditions look like. It is possible. All you need is a little space. I started in an apartment balcony. Then I moved to a townhouse, had a patio garden, and now have this space that I'm borrowing from my partner's family until we're able to move. So Father Yahuwah will provide. We just have to decide if we really want to do this. It's up to us. We have to do our part. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful journey. It can be challenging dealing with pests, dealing with weeds, dealing with every season. I feel like I have a new pest that I have to deal with. This year is ants. The summertime is bringing ants. But I guess the ants aren't really damaging my garden. I just kind of got a little frustrated when I saw all of them, but they're not damaging the garden. So maybe I need them. Just like I need the lizards and other things in the garden. So that's going to be it. Make sure to click on that notification bell so you're notified when 357 Gardening is uploading. Click the like button for me. Like my content. Just all you got to do is click it, boop, and it'll give me a thumbs up. Comment, let me know where you're watching from. Subscribe if you are new here and you are enjoying the garden with me and the channel. And I will see y'all on the next video. I hope you have a great week ahead, a great weekend. Be safe and stay cool and hydrated. Peace.